What's up, Savage Squad? Oliver, say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, buddy.
You're right over here, okay? You want to see it? I'll put it right here, okay, so you can see it, okay? All right. That way we can all be in the frame. Bobby, what's up? How you doing? You want to see? Say hi. Say hi, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby.
Okay.
Hi, Bobby.
He said hi.
Hi, Bobby.
How you guys doing? Bobby, we're going to give it a few minutes before some people can hop off. I think tonight's Mindset Monday is going to resonate with you really well. I'm feeding my daughter. This is Luna. Here, sweetie. And my son is eating. Are you done?
Yeah.
All right, you gotta keep eating, all right?
It's mine.
That's not yours, that's Luna's.
It's mine. Oh, I want
You
one.
can, look, right here.
I want it.
You want it? Well, no, you asked, right?
Daddy,
Yes.
I want it.
It's right there, okay? Alex, how you doing? Thanks for joining.
I want it.
Who else do we have here? If you're here and this is your first week, let me know how your first workout went, okay? Your first workout should have been done by now, okay? And if it's not done, it should be done. Today is going to be Mindset Monday. One of the things we're going to talk about today is the power of no. We're going to explain just what it means, because a lot of people think that saying yes is empowering. Hey, let me finish this and then we'll do it, okay? Okay, cool, thank you. But I like to think,
Hi.
yeah, they say hi already. I like to think that when I say no to somebody or something, I'm actually adding a little bit of power to my bank, to my reservoir. Because I only have so much capital, right? So we only have so much capital. And you can think of capital as hours in your day, as energy that you have to give for the day, as money in your bank. But we vote for what's important to us by what we spend our money on and where we spend our time on or at. So whatever's actually important to us, that's where we're going to spend our money and our time on. So you voted for yourself and you decided that your body, your life was important to you. You voted for yourself and you decided that your body and your life was important to you, and you joined the program. Every morning when you wake up, you have capital that you can spend. You have energy that you can give, and you decide, am I going to go to the gym today? Or am I going to come up with an excuse of why today I can't make it? Or am I going to be able to say yes to myself when I have been saying yes to so many other things in life? Let's stop for a minute and think back to your last 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, a decade. And think back and truly think about this. But have you spent a lot of time saying yes to things that don't really bring you value in life because you think that you have to? Have you expended a lot of capital, energy, time, commitment, money on people, places, things, endeavors, friends, relationships, interests that you thought would bring you something, but in truth, it didn't? So here's the trick, right? You have to understand you need to put yourself into a season of no. You need to learn to be able to say no to people, no to devices, no to spending money on that extra pair of shoes that you know you don't need right now. You need to say no to family. And maybe they judge you and give you the stink eye because you said no to going out to dinner and they want to see you, right? But has to be a season of no for you. Because the season of no for you means that you are saying yes to yourself. So you join the program, you're in for 16 weeks. Maybe you already renewed for a whole year. I know Jenny's with us for a whole year. I know a few of you here have been renewed for a whole year, maybe 24 weeks. Maybe you're on your second phase, right? Maybe you just started. What's going to be different in these next 4 months than your last 4 months? Because it's not just about all of a sudden you have more time to work out. And maybe you've been here for 2 months and maybe you know you've been dog-assing it. Maybe you know you've been doing just enough to where you feel like you're getting your money's worth, but you're not. Maybe you've been doing just enough to where you're like, well, I did my check-ins, I've been doing 1 or 2 workouts, and the meal prep's too hard. Those are all lies. And they are. They are. So if you've been doing this and you've only been putting in the work that you think is enough for you to feel like you're doing just enough, you're only cheating yourself. Because for the past 4 months, the past 6 months, 8 months, 8 years, you have made a habit of saying yes to things in your life that don't deserve your attention. Because when someone needs something from you, when they want to spend time with you, when they ask you for something and you say yes, you are expending your capital. You only have so many yeses in a day. You only have so many minutes in an hour. You only have so much energy in your body. So if you make a decision, you know what, I'm going to work a little bit of overtime because I need the money. Do you, or are you making bad financial decisions and you keep buying parts for that car that you've been working on for 5 years that you think you need to work all this overtime, and then you not only sacrifice the time that you were going to spend with your family, but now you're too tired to work out. And then you start losing all that energy you had to work out, and then tomorrow is kaput. You've just lost 2 days. And then before you know it, those 2 days turns into a whole week. And it's all because you said yes to something that you didn't need to say yes to. You see, we trick ourselves, we trick our minds. We like to think that the more time we have, the more we can do, but it's just not the case. The more time we have, the more we are likely to say yes to things. And we have to understand, we don't magically become unbusy. Life doesn't get less hectic for you. It happens when you start making decisions a little bit differently. It happens when you realize there is power in saying no. That text message you get randomly, you don't have to reply. Somebody asked something about if these videos, if you're watching this, comment here. Do me a favor. I don't want to lose the flow of things, but someone posted something in the chat about if these videos are uploaded. They're saved here in the Facebook group. So, can you guys hear me all right? I can't see any. If you're here, do me a favor, drop a thumbs up if you can hear me. Yeah, I use it for my lanyard. Yeah. Yeah. Good. All right, good. So, I can start seeing comments now. So, back to the train of thought. When you get a random text message, I want you to start building a habit of not replying right away. Get used to seeing messages in your inbox that you don't have to reply to like that. Because when someone says, I want to catch up with you, or it's been a while, they're not just taking that moment of catching up with you, or you taking the energy to reply to that. They're taking mental energy away from you, because now you have to think about, what are you going to say to that person? What are you going to reply? You don't have to. It's taking energy away from you. So I want you to get into the habit of learning to say no. Exercise it. There's power in saying no. You can say no to that beer. No to your wife even. I know, it's hard. Sweetheart, you know what? I would love to have a glass of wine with you tonight, but you know what? Tomorrow morning, I got to wake up early and hit the gym. And I know you support me on this journey, so can we have date night on Friday night? And how about tonight, we go to bed early? I promise you that if you watch the communication coaching call that we did, you will learn a lot about how to properly tell your wife no. I promise you, if you listen to the effective listening one, you will learn a lot about how to properly say yes and no. I'm going to put you guys on pause for 1 minute. I'll be right back. I got to get something sorted out on my end, but I'm going to leave you here so you can look at my vision board. I'll be right back, everybody. All right, I'm back. Whoop. All right, so the power of no. There is power in understanding that for so long in your life, you have made a habit of feeling that when you say yes to people, and when you show up for people, and when you are there for people, it gives you value. And you think that that's where you get your value from, but it's not. Because you have said no to yourself. You have said no to working out. I know some of you here have not done most of your workouts in the past 2 weeks. I know some of you here have been doing maybe one or two. You're saying no to yourself every day. Because when we all met, when we first started this program, I looked at you in the eye and I told you that if you really want this, you will get so much out of it. And there's people here who definitely do that. Jenny, for example. Jenny shows up for herself and freaking crushes it because she understands the value of her life. Jenny, let me know, let everybody know. Have you learned to say no a little bit more than you were before? Have you worked on it? Garrett said, I'm going to bed early because the military made me get 2 flu shots within 1 week, so I'm sick as shit and loopy. Sorry to hear that. I don't even know why they made you do that, but that's craziness. There's power in learning to say no. There's power in understanding that you have to protect your time. Because when you start to say no to things that are just draining you, your energy levels will be higher. You'll be able to actually do the things that matter in your life. Starting that business, rekindling a relationship, starting a friendship, doing different things in life that you've always wanted to do, but you've just never been able to because you only have so much capital in your life. And we always think of capital as money, right? But everything is money. So when you think of capital, think of your time. Think of your effort, your energy. All of it. It's all capital. Because it's not endless. You only have so much inside of you. So when you think about what am I doing in my life right now? What have I promised myself? And where have I been falling behind or lacking? And why? Why? Because when you started the process of trying to change your life and become better, you had an idea of what you could do. Those possibilities have not changed. You can still do that. What has changed is your seriousness about what you do or what you don't want to change. Carlos, I can't see what he's... I'll address Carlos later. Are you in the chat? Are you in here, Carlos? All right, I'm not sure I'll talk to him later. All right, Jenny said, yes, I have learned to say no. It was really hard at the beginning because I would say yes to everything and did not have boundaries. I am doing much better in this area. This might seem like one of those things of like, I don't have trouble with this, but you probably do because I do. We all do. You have to protect your capital, especially during these times. It's the winter. We all feel drained. I don't know if any of you saw. I heard the audio. It sounded terrible, by the way. But I was driving home today. And this morning, my capital was low. My energy was low. My energy was low because I didn't do my ice barrel this morning. And my energy levels were low. Well, I got home and I jumped in my ice barrel. I did the things that I know make me feel better. I did the things that I know help me show up for you guys. Because I refuse to be able to give you what I can give you, but not show up. So I am saying no to letting my energy levels be drained by other things in life. You choose what you do with your time. You are in control of your life. Your present situation right now is a direct reflection of what you have said yes to and what you have said no to. Because if in the past you have said yes too often, and whether it's yes to misery, saying yes to allowing yourself to be in a relationship, or saying yes to allowing yourself to be in a job, or saying yes to not taking your life seriously. You are saying yes to things. You need to learn to say no. Because if you say no, you can end the things in your life that are not bringing you any happiness. And your present situation would be much different. But because you haven't exercised that before, because you haven't flexed that muscle, because you haven't worked on actually changing it, your present situation is a direct reflection of your past and whether you have been able to say yes or no. And you have to own that. You have to own that. But you see, there's beauty in that. Because if you own the fact that because of your past, you are here, that also means that in your future, you can be somewhere else if you make different decisions today. The power, it really is yours at that point. And when you own it, when you believe it, when you see it, it's very, very empowering. You are no longer just floating through the air like a what? You're no longer just floating through the air. You are not. You are not a hot air balloon. You are not in the passenger seat of your life. You are in control. And I believe in you. And you should believe in yourself. We have this overwhelming feeling of failure in our lives because all we think about is the times when we weren't able to do the things that we said we were going to do. How do you change that narrative? How do you change that narrative? By stacking an overwhelming amount of evidence that you do have followed through. Whether it starts with going for a walk every day, whether it starts with doing 2 workouts this week, 3 workouts next week, all your workouts the week after that, logging your meals, showing up to the coaching calls. Type in below. If you're here right now, I want to make sure you're paying attention. Type in below. I show up for myself. Everybody, I show up for myself. I want to see you guys type that. Because I want you guys to show up for yourself. I want you guys to remember, you get what you put into this. You get what you put into this. Because I will give you everything that I have. Everything. I will work on over-delivering. I will answer the phone at 2 in the morning. I will get to all of your replies. The contract says that I will reply to your messages within 24 hours. You know it doesn't take me 24 hours. I'm always on there. I work on over-delivering. Because if I say no to the negativity in my life, and if I say no to the demons and the devil and the chaos and the evil and the things and the people that are trying to bring me down in this world, then that means I can say yes to you. That means that I have more capital to expend on the Vet Rise Academy. That means that I might have more energy to actually give to you guys. I will do what is required of me. I tell myself that. That is the mantra that I tell myself. Because when I don't want to, when I don't feel like it, I have to take the emotion out of it. Because the power of saying no, me too, Garrett. I'm looking forward to it. I definitely want to talk to you. I love you guys for showing up for yourselves. Hell yeah, you do, Heather. The power of saying no is absolutely exponential. Don't think of it as a negative. It's all positives, because when you say no to something, when you refuse to allow you to let the people around you bring you down, when you refuse to complain about your current situation, when you refuse to say, I'm miserable, or I'm unhappy, or this, or this, or this, and it's not my fault, or this, or this, or this, you're saying yes to all of it. You're saying that that is your situation, and you're saying yes to the misery. You're saying yes to the anger. Hey, puppy. Yeah? You want to come in? You got to understand that when you allow emotions, feelings, those negative people in your life, those negative people that surround you, that you've allowed in your life, because it is your responsibility, to bring you down, you are giving them power. You are taking power away from you. And if you want more in this life, if you truly want to change not just your body, not just the way that you look in the mirror, but your mind, then you got to be committed, not just interested. You got to do more than 1 workout a week. You tell yourself that you're doing enough, but you know you're not. You tell yourself that I can't because of school and because of work and because of this. Those things have always been there. You know what's not here right now? That freaking passion you had when we started. And if you need a fire under your ass, I will be there to light it. But I would rather be the fuel to add to that fire that you have. So I can be your biggest cheerleader. But this has to be something that you want to do. So learn to say no to the past. Learn to say no to that voice inside your head that wants to drag you down. Even if it's just for the season. Even if for right now, in order for you to get yourself right, you need to say no to friends, to alcohol, to going out, to doing the things that you enjoy, even if it's just for right now. Let this be a season of no, because you will let it be a season of growth. Because before you know it, you will be a different version of yourself. If this is hitting home with you, if this is resonating, drop a comment below and tell me why this is important to you. Tell me why this matters. Tell me what you're going to do about this. Tell me why. Because all this information, all of these words, without action, it's just noise. What are you going to do? How are you going to apply this? What's going to be different for you? What are you going to say no to? What are you going to decide to say no to that you've been just saying yes to? And you allow it to creep into your life and to show its ugly face. And by the way, this does apply to everything. Everything. I don't care what situation you think you find yourself in that you think this doesn't apply to, it does. Because if you think that it's not in your control, then you are saying yes to it. Because even if you feel like it is out of your control, you are saying yes to it affecting you negatively. Because you can decide how you respond. You can decide what you do about it. It may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility. I'd be debt free if I didn't give mine to my sister whenever she asked. Learn to say no, Alex. That is a moment of vulnerability. That is powerful. You just shared something that might have been really hard for you to share. And I want to congratulate you for that. I want everybody here to give Alex some freaking love. Drop some love for Alex in the comment box below. Because we all know that that's hard. We all have been there in one way or another. Maybe not specifically, but we've all had a situation where we give something that we don't have to give because we feel like we have to, because that's how we show love. Alex, that's powerful, man. I want you to freaking remember that, and I want you to learn to say no. And it's hard, my friend. But I promise you, you will be empowered, and so will your sister. Heather said yes. Bobby said, I can't be the leader of my household, the protector, the son, the husband, the father, the business owner, the professional, or the friend by saying yes to everyone before myself. You can't. You're absolutely right. Because you will be drained. And chip by chip, you will start to develop that chip on your shoulder. And you will start to resent those people that you say you're doing everything for. But I promise you, and you know this, we all know these things. Sometimes it's not just evident or clear. And that's why we do this. That's why we do this. Yeah. Steve said, good job, Alex Badgett. Heather said, can't pour from an empty cup. Bobby said, exactly. There's more people here, and I want to see all of you guys talking about what are you going to start saying no to. Because I don't see everybody commenting. Who's here? I'll call you out. Heather. Heather did already. Heather, did you say no to what you're going to start saying no to? I don't know if you did. No, you didn't. But I know you will. Lourdes, Alex, Garrett, Bobby. Some of you already did. 6:23. We're going to wrap up today a little bit differently. I had a lot of clarity today. I want you to come up with a list of what you need to start saying no to. Be creative. It doesn't have to. You actually did? I believe you. Let me see. Sure for myself. Where? I don't see it, Heather. I don't see it, Heather. Good. what I want you guys to work on tonight in the journal. And by the way, I'm going to actually be rolling out maybe some journals that I actually send out to you guys. We'll see. It's either that or the challenge coins. It can't be both. I'm not made out of money here. So we'll see what it is. But I want you guys to take the journal, and I want you guys to write a list of things that you have to start saying no to. Be creative. It doesn't have to be a literal no. It doesn't have to be the word no. It could be you need to start saying no to allowing your vices to keep you up late at night. You need to start saying no to your friend every time they call you, and you know that you dread that answering that phone call. Somebody's trying to... Maybe you need to start saying no to allowing people to just call on you whenever they know that they need anything, because you're always the one that says yes, and you're always the one that drops everything for them. Maybe you need to start saying no to family. Maybe you need to start saying no to that inner voice inside you that tells you that you can't do this. Decide what you need to start saying no to, because I promise you, I freaking guarantee you, that if we can start realizing where the no's have to go in our lives, we will open up our worlds to yeses, to saying yes to yourself, to going to the gym, to waking up on time, to sleeping the right way. We can, all of us, come up with all these BS reasons of why I can't make it to the gym today, or why today I wasn't able to meal prep, or why this or why that. The thing is, once you have more capital, all of those little fake reasons, they become less and less real. You don't believe your BS anymore. Because the same way that you go to work, because they pay you, right? The same way they show up for your family events, the same way that you go get your eyes checked when you have to, the same way that you take care of your kids and this and that in your car, and you get everything else maintained, why not do it for yourself? So learn to say no. Come up with that list. And I implore you guys to go post it in the Facebook group. I want you guys to do it. I'll never demand it. But understand that when you do that, there's a superpower in doing that. You're memorializing it, you are sharing, you are being vulnerable, and you are amazing. I love you guys. Have a great night. If this is week 1, I hope you are doing great. I hope you got your workouts in. I hope you are freaking killing it. We got Steven, we got Alex, we got Bobby, we got Brian, we got Sarah, we got Lisa, we got Johnny, Francisco. You guys just started this week. If you watch on the replay, type in hashtag replay below. Drop your biggest comments. Everybody with me, stand up. Stand up. Yeah, we're going to do it. Because why not? Ready? Woo! I am alive. I love myself. I am amazing. I will say no. I will learn to say no. I love myself. Have a great night. Bye, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Definitely know I can call you guys. Stay ready, stay savage. I like that. That might be our next t-shirt. All right, bye, everybody.